But the chair,
Mr. Homan,
you work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his
Mr.
family.
Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
This hearing went completely off the rails, and not because of Tom Homan. Democrats walked in ready to lecture, accuse, and grandstand. They thought they could shame a man who spent 34 years on the front lines of the border. Instead, they hit something they weren't prepared for. Real stories, dead children, cartel violence, and the kind of truth you can't spin away with talking points. Before we break this down, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because this moment exposed exactly why Washington keeps dodging reality.
Consequences of separation of many children will be lifelong trauma and carried across generations. Have we not learned from the internment of Japanese Americans? Mr. Homan, I'm a father. Do you have children? How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country.
I find your comments
I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments disgusting as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms in back of that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it. This room has seen what I've seen in my 34-year career.
Very well.
No one has experienced what I've experienced. I've saw many dead bodies coming across this border. And you want to talk about the memo? This memo is one option to stop death. Not just about enforcing the law, stop death. If you want to legalize illegal immigration, good luck with that, because it's going to get a hell of a lot worse on that border. If you say, well, okay, from now on, there will be no consequence, no deterrence. It's not illegal to come to this country illegally. More families will come. 31% women would be raped. More children would die. We're a nation of laws. If you don't like it, sir, change it. You're the legislator. I'm the executive branch, and I've served my country honorably for 34 years, and I will not sit here and have anybody say that I don't care about children because you're not the same.
Where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What is the date on that?
It is the memorandum for the Secretary from Homeland Security.
Date.
April 23rd, 2018, subject increasing prosecutions of immigration violations.
Without objection.
And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Mikulinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
I'd be happy to provide it. Different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation,
I recommend a zero tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as it is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way.
Every once in a while, Congress accidentally produces a moment of honesty. This was one of those moments. Democrats came into this hearing convinced they had their villain. They treated Tom Homan like he personally invented border enforcement. Accusations flew immediately. Family separation, trauma, racism, moral outrage. And then Homan spoke. Not with slogans, not with buzzwords, with experience. He talked about standing inside a tractor trailer holding 19 dead migrants, including a 5-year-old boy who suffocated because smugglers didn't care. He talked about women being raped crossing the border, children dying, cartels getting rich. And suddenly the room changed. Because this wasn't theoretical anymore. This wasn't a college seminar. This was the cost of chaos. Democrats tried to pivot back to paperwork. They waved around a memo like it was a smoking gun. Did you sign it? Yes, he did. And instead of panicking, Homan calmly explained something shocking to Washington. Enforcing the law is literally his job. Zero tolerance isn't cruelty. It's how the law works for everyone. If a U.S. citizen parent gets arrested with a child present, separation happens. No outrage, no hearings, no press conferences. But when it comes to immigration, suddenly reality isn't allowed. Then came the personal attack. One congresswoman implied Homan didn't care about migrant children because they don't look like his own. That's when the hearing collapsed under its own arrogance. Homan shut it down immediately. He reminded them he once held a dead 5-year-old in his arms. He reminded them he knelt down and prayed for that child. He reminded them that everything he's done for 34 years was about saving lives. That question didn't expose him. It exposed them. And when the chair tried to cut him off, Homan delivered the line that ended the theater. You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. At that moment, the mask came off. This wasn't about civility. It wasn't about compassion. It was about politicians who have never seen the consequences of the policies they defend. They came armed with feelings. Homan came armed with reality. And reality won. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did this hearing expose accountability, or just how out of touch Washington has become? And make sure you're subscribed to Capitol Truthline because Congress keeps giving us moments like this, and someone has to tell the truth about them.